we have a very special thing for you guys. We're about to talk with Caffeine's very own Kaph.
So everybody, please welcome Kaph.
Kaph is here.
Kaph is here.
One of the biggest streamers on Caffeine, I would say.
Been here since probably the beginning, about like three-ish years.
Yeah, and his name sounds like Caffeine. Welcome, Kaph. Hey,
welcome, Kaph. Oh, I love all your posters and everything.
Oh wait, I think you're muted.
You might be muted.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Oh, here we go.
There you go. We got you. Can you give us a quick rundown of all your posters? Well, I guess some of your posters.
You guys actually can see the majority of them. So we got Spider-Man and the Mandalorian right here.
Mando.
You excited for season 2?
Yeah, Rick and Morty. I'm super excited for season 2. It was a great show. At least I'm hoping that it keeps the greatness.
Yeah.
Because usually you guys know what happens on the second seasons of the
majority of
TV shows.
Sophomore slump. Yeah.
Not good. Hey, look, guys. So then we have the fact that I love gaming. Fallout.
Fallout.
Fallout. Always an treasure.
Book. Eat, Sleep, Game, and Repeat. Minecraft. World of Warcraft. Keep out because I'm gaming. And at the very end, do not disturb because I'm saving the world as a game.
Beautiful. Frizz already right away. I mean, you have such a good support base here. Frizz just commented, Kaph grew this community to where it is now. And you have been here since pretty much the beginning of Caffeine. I was wondering, right?
So my first stream on Caffeine was 6th of July 2017. And I've been here almost every single day broadcasting, almost.
Wow. So it's been almost 3 years.
It's almost been 3 years. So, are you going to do something?
Doing 3 years in a month from now.
Are you going to be doing anything special for your 3-year anniversary?
To be honest, I think that every day that I broadcast is a bit special for me.
I love
that. Because I tend to set up as my main objective to help to grow the community of Caffeine, So even though I'm so happy for what's going on with the platform, I think every content creator should be looking for what's going to happen with the platform and motivate others to adopt Caffeine as their main platform.
Right. I love that. I was wondering, what's it been like to start out when Caffeine was this like small pre-release thing and watch it grow into what it is now? What's that experience been like for you? And be part of the growth.
I'm not going to be lying. Super hard.
Yeah.
Super hard because people usually think that it's easy to be motivated all the times.
Right.
So I've always to set up my mindset, that I need to work harder. I need to do more. I need to focus myself into the right things. It's not an easy path. It's not. Some content creators or some of us within the community, we have to try to motivate others. So if they see us down or if they see that we are actually falling behind, they might feel that this is not going to be the right place for them. So that's why I try to work as hard as I work, and that's why I try to motivate as many people I can.
One thing I've been surprised about before I started streaming, I didn't realize this, but when I started streaming, I was like, this is really tiring. I didn't know it would be as exhausting as it is.
Yeah, it's like TJ said, you make it look so easy. It's hard. It's harder to make it look so easy.
Nah, it's not. I think it's not easy or hard at the end of the day, So if you surround yourselves with a community, with folks that support you, it's going to be way easier. It's not going to be as tiring as it should be. So sometimes I stream 6, 7, 8 hours and time just flies by and I don't even notice because I'm always interacting with new viewers. So that's a good part.
Yeah. I agree. Are there any, what do you think the biggest misconception people have about streamers is, or about streaming?
That they make a lot of money and they're on there for the money.
Yeah, definitely. That's a big one. So
that's probably the biggest.
Yeah, to go back to sort of a rudimentary question, what kind of got you into gaming in the first place?
Yeah, what's your origin story?
Good question. So I think I started gaming when I was 6 years old or 7.
Same.
Game Boy first edition.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, the black and white one?
Yeah. So Tetris and Super Mario, and that was it. And I was playing. And then I upgraded to a few things that I still have behind me. That was the Sega Mega Drive. 10 then I updated to PlayStation and then to Xbox.
Oh, so you
Wow.
didn't
And
stick with Nintendo, did you? You went
No.
sort of the.
That
That hurts my heart a little bit, but I
Jake and
understand.
I are Nintendo loyalists, is why she's saying that.
I still, if you guys give me a second, I can show you one thing. You guys are going to enjoy this one.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I would love to see it. PC
That's cool.
life. Yeah, it's like Nintendo, and then now I'm PC life, but I'm still a Nintendo kid
I'm
at
still-
heart.
Yeah, I mean, I have a PC, but I'm much more of a Nintendo person. I wonder how much of that is nostalgia and how much of it is personality.
It's just quality. It's not nostalgia. It's real
Yeah.
quality.
So this is the very first edition of the Sega Mega Drive.
Oh wow! That like doesn't even look like a gaming console anymore.
It looks like an N64 a little bit.
And this
Looks
is
like
the
a
first
Nintendo
edition of the PlayStation.
There you go.
Wow.
That
So
one
you-
I did have.
You got some relics in your place.
This is literally the monster, the first edition of the Xbox.
Oh,
It's so
I
big.
forgot how big it was.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
bulky.
so bulky.
it's super heavy. It's actually
Right.
insane.
So you these are all things that you owned like as a kid. You didn't like
Yeah.
buy these on eBay or anything. You had
No. These are mine. Or
Wow.
these were mine. So
Yeah.
I was the one opening them.
I love that.
See, but the thing about Nintendo GameCube, it included a handle. So even though it's bulky,
but where are you carrying it?
it's true.
Yeah, but
Uh,
well, on the release of the GameCube, I was already a PC player, actually.
right.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So you mainly stream FPS games, right?
Mainly I stream FPS games, but at the end of the day, I play anything,
Right.
depending my mood.
Do you have like kind of a blind spot in gaming? Any like area that you don't really play a lot or that you're not particularly good at?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
You're
What
gonna
would
keep
that
it a
be?
secret.
Always, like Dota, League of Legends, and things like
Oh,
that. I know how
yeah.
to play the game,
Right.
but I'm awful.
Yeah, that's
got-
when you gotta like dedicate your life to be good at those.
Yeah, but it's that thing. This is the kind of game that if you put a bit of effort, it's all about the mechanical way of the game. You know, like understanding when to do certain abilities, when to flash, when to actually interact with your team, because it's a team game. So there's no room for me in those games.
Right. Right. I kind of play this. Are you a very like mechanical person? Are game mechanics something you focus on a lot?
Yeah, in some games, yes, especially FPS games.
What do you like about them then?
Because imagine in FPS games, you can get to the point that you understand the recoil of the weapon, how much damage per bullet you can actually have the output, how many
Right.
shots you have to land to actually knock some player in some games, and then calculate the recoil, do all of those things, you know, the flashing ability, smoking, what's important in all of those games, and I love it. That's why I played so many hours of PUBG on Caffeine. I was super addicted. I think I've streamed around 4,000 hours of PUBG.
Wow.
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 And then I love Counter-Strike. I love all of those games.
What would
So-
you say is the best FPS game of all time?
Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike?
So
I
the way
started playing Counter-Strike in 1999.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So are you gonna be playing some Valorant then?
Not really.
don't tell
Thank you for
Marone and
this
Kaisa
item.
that.
Yeah.
Shetterson. So I'm definitely a tiny bit of a person that likes to collect data and understand how can I improve, how can I do better, you know, how can I motivate others with that data. And when a lot of streamers ask me for advice, the first thing I tell them is like, set up a schedule, be consistent. That's the first thing.
Right.
And move from that moment on, then you can plan what you're going to do on each stream, or don't even plan, just keep the schedule and have fun.
Mhm. Yeah. Is there anything you wish that you heard like that when you first started out streaming?
Oh yeah, definitely. I was stiff. I was
Oh,
stiff
yeah?
as everything in broadcast. I was like this. Hey guys, welcome.
Well, there's
If I record any of my broadcast, Shetterson, to be honest, I did not. I'm starting to record because I'm planning to actually start pushing a bit my YouTube channel.
oh nice,
Ooh.
nice, cool.
What's your YouTube channel called?
F.
Kaph,
Kaph, there
like
you go.
this.
YouTube.com/Kaph, I think.
You know, there's an Adventure Time quote that I like where Jake the dog says, sucking at something is the first step to being kind of good at something.
Yeah.
So starting at streaming, being stiff, you got to go through that, I think, to get to the point that you are now.
There's always room for improvement.
Right.
Always. Even now, there's always room for improvement. Always
Right.
like a learning path. No one is perfect. No one will ever be perfect at something. And that's one thing that I'm always telling everyone. Like, hey guys, I'm not perfect. I'm always doing mistakes on stream. I'm always learning. I'm going to try, of course, to improve.
Yeah.
I think that mindset you have is good because it keeps you humble and grounded,
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's that you should understand your limitations as well.
Right, right.
I have, Shatterson, I have met a lot of cool people, a lot, from people that work on Disney to superstars. I haven't spoke directly with them, but they were on my broadcast and they said hello, and I was, grateful for that. I was like amazed.
You and Xander buddies, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say you play well with Xander. Would you say he's a cool person?
He is awesome. He is actually awesome.
Okay, you say that on the air. All right.
Because literally Zen, if people need to understand, there was a time on Caffeine that was literally Zen broadcasting on the Caffeine channel and I broadcasting on my channel.
Yeah.
So we were like, hey, let's game.
Right.
And suddenly things start scaling like that.
But would you say Zand is good at games?
He is good at games.
Okay.
Who's better? Who's better at?
Who's better?
No, like,
there we go.
Hey, Sam, if you're watching, you know it.
There you go. That's what I
wanted. Are there any upcoming games that you're really looking forward to?
One, Cyberpunk, but but I'm a bit salty because they shouldn't have delayed the launch so much, especially accepting pre-orders.
Right.
The pre-order culture right now has been awful for a long time. I agree with that completely.
And you know what I'm worried about is that with lockdown, quarantine, COVID, they're going to delay it again.
Well, that's the thing. CD Projekt Red, because The Witcher 3 is one of my favorite games. And so I'll wait forever. But I feel the same as you, Kaph. I'm worried.
Yeah.
It's at the end of the day, I don't mind spending $50, $100 in a game. But if I'm paying for the game, I'm expecting for it to be delivered at least on the release date they are announcing it when they open the pre-orders.
Yeah, I try not to pre-order anymore because usually the games industry can be a little sneaky sometimes.
Right. I like the way you were describing first-person shooters. It the way figuring out mechanics in a shooter. It made it sound like solving a puzzle. Kind of. I really like that mindset, figuring out all of the numbers for a gun and how it would hit someone the best. It's
so definitely there is. So if you understand, it's all FPS is not only based on aim.
Right.
People tend to think that you need to be the best aimer in the world. If that was the case, I'm going to give you guys 2 examples. Scream and Shroud, they would be really good. They would be the best in even pro on the pro scene.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's more about team play, understanding the mechanics of each game, and the position within the game.
Right.
Yeah, game sense. Exactly.
Game sense.
So, Shatterson, biggest advice for broadcasting? Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Just broadcast and be yourself,
I love that. That's the thing that a lot of, whenever we ask streamers some advice for upcoming aspiring streamers, a lot of them just emphasize how important it is to just be genuine and not pretend that you're someone. And I really like
genuine. So because being genuine, sometimes people try to be genuine in a path that they are not themselves. I don't know if this makes any logic. They
they act like they're genuine, but they're not.
Exactly. So my Shatterson, you're welcome. That would be my first advice. And the second advice is, it's fine for you to take breaks as a content creator, guys. 1 day, 2 days.
Right, right.
Just do it.
Yeah, I think definitely people don't quite understand that it does affect, it's not just fun and games all the time. It is, you got to take care of your own mental health. I feel like you were saying before that, give yourself a break. It's you have to learn. I, for one, know that, when I'm streaming, my IQ is just cut in half. It's just I have to sort of
You have to read and play at the same time.
You have to read and play, and for some reason, it's harder than it looks.
Using all of my brain. I like Frizz just commented, Kaph, does your back hurt from carrying all your teammates?
Not all of my teammates, only TJ.
Oh, not Zan?
No, Zen, no. Zen is at a different level.
Right. I want to get all the dirt on Zan.
There's none actually. That's the fun part.
Yeah, I feel like he's pretty open.
Yeah.
Zan is a great guy. I'm just trying to get some dirt because he's my bud and I want to get dirt on him.
Do you have any guilty pleasures with gaming?
Can you give me one example?
like a game that you really like that most people really hate on, but you actually like it.
Kingdom 2 Crowns, indie game.
Okay.
Crowns.
I haven't heard of that game.
Wait, is that the one? I'm thinking of something else, I think, too.
So I really love it because it has a super chilled soundtrack. Your objective is literally to build your kingdom. And it's not even to build houses and, to grow it like that. What you need to do is literally recruit archers, farmers, and then build tiny walls and tiny towers. And of course, 99% of the individuals are going to hate that kind of game. But
is it a strategy game? Sorry.
Yes.
Strategy.
It's an indie strategy game. And I really love it. It's so chilled and it's so awesome. But each time I try to play it, all of them, they literally hate me for that.
They're just like, play FPS games. This isn't action. We want the action.
No. No.
You got to change the pace every now and then,
right?
Right?
Play what you want to play.
Well, like World of Warcraft or League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics. I don't know if you guys play Teamfight Tactics.
I played a bit. I'm very bad at it.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't played in a long time. I played when it first came out, but I was always very bad at it.
I enjoy it. I always play it with TJ.
Okay. So what are your hopes for the future of streaming for yourself?
For myself, just keep doing what I do literally and see if I can grow and step up a bit more. Because any content creator, when he's looking to the future, he has to understand that he not only is learning and improving, but he needs to see growth with his brand, because it's not only about the content creator, it's about his personal brand. And I just hope that I can keep growing and one day maybe represent Caffeine. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, your name is already Kaph.
Yeah, I feel like it's synonymous with
So that my name was actually brought and created for Caffeine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because my nickname is Kappa.
Okay.
Oh, right. I didn't know that.
I don't know if I can say this, but I feel like if any streamer is synonymous with caffeine, it would be you, right? You're one of our boys.
Literally, my nickname when I joined Caffeine was Kappa, because I've been known as Kappa for the last 20 years.
Okay, where did that nickname come from? Okay,
Counter-Strike.
Yeah. And when I joined Caffeine, I had the nickname Kappa, and it got to the point that I was streaming every day, literally every day, 7, 8, 9 hours a day. And I had to make a decision moving away my name from, the other platform. What's my real name? Eduardo. But my nickname is Kappa.
Okay.
Yes.
Who gave you that nickname, or did you give yourself that nickname?
I gave myself my nickname, but then it literally stuck because I was more or less decent playing the game.
Yeah. I have one more. So you seem to be really also into pop culture in general, not just gaming. Looking at your wall.
Yes, right? Sort of. I'm a bit of a nerd guy.
What? Nerd alert, get out of here. No nerds allowed.
As you guys can see behind me, there's a lot of TV shows that I like.
Right.
So from Game of Thrones, My Hero Academia. I don't know if you guys ever seen
I love My Hero Academia.
Then of course we got Marvel, we got Attack on the Titan. So everything that you see over there, I've watched. I've watched.
Kaph, what did you think of the last season of Game of Thrones?
Oh, do we have to get into this? It's
more about the last episode. It's okay, I'm gonna get out. Sucked.
Bran's king now. They just make him the king.
Yeah, I was more shocked in how everything ended, you know.
Yeah, Daenerys, they did Daenerys dirty.
I was like, okay, I see you.
Do you think George R.R. Martin will ever actually finish the books?
Even if they finish the books, I don't think there's going to be a TV show after that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't want another TV
because
show.
Because if they try to expand actually more, the fan base is going to go nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They ripped them to shreds.
It's funny because the show had a rushed ending because the showrunners were leaving to direct a Star Wars movie. Yeah. But then
they lost it because of the bad ending.
So they're not doing the Star Wars movie anymore.
Oh God, the irony. It's so sad.
Yeah. And you were also talking about how you were worried about season 2 of The Mandalorian. Do you think it's gonna be good? Do you have any predictions?
It's dependable. Like, we've seen so many good shows in the past when they had more budget to actually produce the shows than lowering the quality standards.
Right. Like, it gets flashier, but not necessarily better.
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes you have first TV shows, first seasons that are brilliant, and then second seasons are...
Right. You know, you hear about they're going to be adding a lot of new characters for the new season. Also, they're adding Boba Fett and Ahsoka.
Yeah, but that's good because that's going to give a chance, especially for those that haven't watched Star Wars, to understand a bit the world around Star Wars. Maybe then that's going to motivate them to watch the movies.
That's a good point.
That's a very good point. I hadn't thought of that.
I'm not seeing a 16-year-old watching the first editions of Star Wars because, oh man, what is that? That my grandpa, like a movie that my grandpa watched. Like, I'm not going to watch that.
Now it's like the prequels. They're like, oh, that's so old. It's like, no.
So maybe now, because of the TV show, they are going to actually feel a bit, oh, I'm going to watch that. I want to know more.
Point.
Right.
I think it also, did you ever watch Clone Wars at all?
Yeah.
Yes, because they're bringing Ahsoka in. Maybe people will go back and watch Clone Wars as well. So that's something I didn't think about.
It's a good business strategy, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. It's always good to bring people into the nerdy fold.
The nerdy fold. We can be a bit gatekeepy, so it's good to bring people in.
So, Kaph, where can people follow you on all social media?
So they can find me on Caffeine on Instagram and Kaph_Caffeine on Twitter.
So, okay, on Twitter. So that would be, I'm going to type this in the chat right now. Tell me if this is it. Is that your handle on Instagram and Twitter? Okay.
Yeah.
So on YouTube, it's just Kaph,
They already, by the way, TJ, they already spoke about my YouTube. My YouTube is literally my name, youtube.com/Kaph.
Yes, and that's something that you're going to be posting videos to a lot more soon, right?
Yeah.
And
so I'm going to start working on it.
What is your streaming schedule so people can catch you?
So my streaming schedule is I usually start at 4 p.m. GMT till midnight GMT. That would be 8 a.m. PST.
Okay. Guys, where are you right now? Where is GMT?
Yeah, so GMT, Portugal, London.
Okay.
Portugal, UK.
Got it. It's cool to being able to talk to people all around the world, by the way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Is there anything?
Thank you so much.
Anything else you wanna say before we let you go?
Yeah, guys, just stick around. Caffeine help us to build a community, and let's make it happen.
Hell yeah!
Nice call to action. Thank you so much for talking to us. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Kaph. And you get the chat's blowing up. The chat loves you. We love you, and we'll see you on your stream.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Have a nice one. Goodbye.
You too. Stay
Bye,
safe.
See you soon.